All right, welcome back to another game of basketball here on the Clark and Addison Gaming Company's YouTube channel. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator here at the Clark and Addison Gaming Company. And in this game, we're going to play our new basketball game. This is a AI-generated basketball game, and I did about 10% of the work. The AI did about 90% of the work on this. I created the cards and some of the peripherals like the clock and things like that, but really the clock is an adaptation. So what we're going to do is play out this game between the 1972 Bulls and 72 Bucks. So the Bucks were first in their division, the Bulls were second, and we got some pretty good players on the floor here. Hall of Famers Oscar Robertson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We got Jerry Sloan, which, you know, most people my age only know Jerry Sloan as the, the coach of the Utah Jazz, but shooting guard. Chet Walker and Bob Love, really good players in Chicago Bulls history. Tom Boerwinkle, Bob Weiss, Norm Van Leer is on the bench. He'll be coming in. And so we got all of our bench players up here, and we'll be bringing those in at the appropriate times, really. I'm not going to get super detailed about this. I'll probably just bring in bench players at the 3-minute mark, which you can't see over here, but we're missing one row, so I couldn't quite get it on the camera. Almost. So we're missing one row there. I will be keeping stats over here to the side, and that will help us as we go along. Let me make sure that I get my my little scoreboard. All right, now we're all set up with our scoreboard here, so we'll keep a tally. I'll also be keeping some of the stats over here. I'm going to play this game how I would play it, let's say, a little bit faster, so I'm not going to be doing things like rebounds and assists and keeping tracks of blocks and steals like that, but I will be playing them, and so we'll play them out, but not going to do that. I'm also going to try using 4 dice for the first time. So this will be for the player, this will be for the defense, and then this will be our 2d6 dice. Really, you can get away with only using 2d6 dice in this game, but you'll just kind of have to keep re-rolling a little bit, trying to bring everything down to 1 or 2 rolls per possession. So let's just go ahead and do, let's just do this one. So we're going to roll for the tip. 1 to 3 is the visitor, so it's going to be Chicago basketball, and let's get this one underway. So 4 is Bob Love, and we got a 1 on defense, so that's going to be a 5. That's less than his offensive rating, so that's going to be a bucket. We have a defense on a made shot. That's going to be a bucket +1, so the foul. And a 6 is less than his 9, less than or equal to, I guess. So Bob Love with a 3-point play to start things off. And that'll be Milwaukee basketball. So we got a 1, that's to Oscar Robertson. We got a 2, that's going to be a bucket. 4 doesn't mean anything on a make. So Oscar Robertson with a 2-point shot. Bulls basketball. 6 we get to choose, so I'm going to give it to Chet Walker. And a 2, let's see what that means. 7 is going to be a make, and a 2 is nothing on a made shot. So Chet Walker with the drive to the basket, and he puts it in for 2. Milwaukee back down the floor. This time is to Kareem. We got a 6 here. 8 for Kareem is going to be less than or equal to his number. But we do have a 6, so that on a made shot we have to roll for defensive effect. Tom Boerwinkle is a pretty good defender at an 8, and so we have to roll greater than 8, or else the shot is going to be missed. It's a 7, and Tom Boerwinkle with the good defense on the contested shot leads to a miss for Kareem. Back down the floor come the Bulls. This will be our choice again. Let's give it to Jerry Sloan. We have a foul on the play, so Jerry Sloan doesn't make the shot, but he is fouled. He goes to the line, he misses the first, and he makes the second. So Jerry Sloan gives the Bulls an early 6-2 lead. Milwaukee coming back down the floor. This is going to be John Block with a 9. That's going to be above his offensive rating, so that's going to be a miss. A 4 on a miss is going to be a rebound battle, and that will be between Jerry Sloan and John McLaughlin. So now that I have colored dice, I can just do it this way. So we add this number to our defensive rating, and so we have a 6 and an 11, and that's going to be Jerry Sloan with the defensive rebound. Let's go back to Bob Love. We got a 6. A 6 is going to be less than or equal to his 7. That's actually doubles. I won't be playing 3-pointers in here, but if you wanted to do 3-pointers, you could. So you check his double against his 3-point rating. It's greater than his 3, but less than his offense. That means that's just a 2-point shot. But I'm going to play all 2-pointers. That's just the way it works, except for like a bucket and a foul. So that'll be your only sort of traditional 3-point plays. So this is going to be a shot up and in for Bob Love. He's got 5 early points in this one. And Milwaukee ball, they're down by 6 early. Bob Dandridge, and he's got a 5. It's a 6. That's going to be up and in. 5 on a make is nothing. So Dandridge with the buckets. One back to Oscar Robertson. 6. Take note of that. We got a 6. That's an offensive. That's greater or less than or equal to his offense. Sorry, that's how we do it. So 6 is a potential make, but we have a 6. So on a made shot, we roll for the defense. Bob Weiss's defense is just a 3. We have a 4, and so that's going to be up and in for Oscar Robertson. So you can see that the defense has some ability to affect the shots on different plays. So Bob Love again with the ball. 6 is something to take note of. That's going to be a potential missed shot, but again, we need to roll for the defense to see what the defense effect was. We have a 6 that's greater than his defense over here. So it's going to be a missed shot, but it's going to lead to a rebound. A fast break. So Bob Love with his first miss, and we're going to it's going to lead to a fast break here. And so we're going to go with a 2. That's going to be the shooting guard with a dunk. So we'll give him a layup. So it's McLaughlin for 2 on the fast break. So right back to the Bulls as Milwaukee's tied this one up. I believe both of these teams won 50 games, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be mistaken there. Tom Boerwinkle with the ball, and we have a 7. So a 7 is greater than his offensive rating. A 3 on a miss doesn't mean anything. So that's going to be a shot off the mark for the Chicago center. Let's give it to Kareem, and this will be a 6. Remember, on a 6 is you get to choose, or you can choose like the best offensive player, or it gives you the ability to distribute the ball. If Oscar Robertson's not getting enough, or Dandridge or whoever, you can get them more shots. So 6 is going to be to Kareem. We have a 6 here that's within his offensive range, and a 2 on a make is nothing. So Kareem with his first 2 of the game gives Milwaukee a 2-point lead. And again, you could be rolling for assists on this. Anytime there's a miss, you can roll for rebounds, that sort of thing. Chet Walker with a 6. That's going to be up and in, and it's less than his 3-point rating, or more than his 3-point rating, so it wouldn't be a 3-pointer if you were playing with those. And a 2 on a make is nothing. So Chet Walker with 4 ties the game at 10. Takes a little bit of time, but once you get into the groove of things, the game actually moves really well. So 11 is greater than 4. We have a 3. 3 on a miss is nothing. So that will be block with the miss. And coming back the other way. Here's the bulls. This will be Boerwinkle taking a shot at it again. He's got a 6. We got a 4. That is going to be up and in, possible make. Kareem though is a 10, so this has to be an 11 or 12 for the make to go in, and it doesn't, as Kareem with the good defense denies Boerwinkle on the contested shot. And back on the other end of the floor, it'll be Kareem shooting the ball. This is an 8. That's going to be up and in. 4 on a make is nothing, so Kareem with 4 points. Gives Milwaukee the early 2-point lead. We're about, I don't know, almost halfway through the first quarter. 6, let's give it to Bob Love. We got a 6 here, and we got a 2 here, so that's going to be a 6 is going to be a good shot. 2 doesn't mean anything, so Bob Love. 2, 4, 6, 7 points early on, 7 of the 12. Let's go ahead and give it to Kareem again, and that's going to be a 6, and we have a 5. So a chance for defense to come into play here. 1 to 8, it'll be a denial of the shot, and it is. So good defense by Boerwinkle to prevent the 2 from Kareem. Boerwinkle's going to get the ball. A 5 is going to be a miss, and on a miss with a 2, that will be a foul. So it's a non-shooting foul before the shot, and so we're going to re-roll. So we'll keep it down here with the Bulls, and Bulls up. Actually, we're tied at 12. We got Bob Love with the ball again, and 8 is going to be a miss, and so a miss with a 6. We just see what happens with the defense. So his defense is a 5. The roll is an 8. So that would lead to directly to a fast break. So Bob Love with the miss, and let's just go with this. So Milwaukee out on the break again. A 2 is going to be the shooting guard with a 3-point shot, and normally that would be a 3-point make, but we're not playing with 3-pointers, so we'll call that just a 2-pointer. So McLaughlin with the bucket jumper on the fast break. And that's going to take us to the 6-minute mark. Bulls with the basketball. Bob Weiss is going to get his first shot. He's going to miss. On a 4, that's going to lead to a rebound battle between the big men. So we've got a 2 and a 5, so a 15 to a 10. And Kareem comes up with the defensive board. The rebound battles come up on a 4 or a 5 if there's a miss, and they allow offensive rebounds. So 6, let's go to Oscar Robertson, and a 5 we have on defense. A 4 is going to be a bucket, and a 5 on a bucket is nothing. So the big O with 6 points. 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter, and Chicago's down 16-12. This will go to Chet Walker. We got a 5, and a 5 is going to be a bucket for Chet Walker. He's got 6 as well. Pretty good scoring clip here for both teams. 6, let's go back to Oscar Robertson. We got a 9, but there's a 2, so 9 is going to be a miss, but a 2 on a miss is a foul before the shot. So we'll replay that. Robertson again, that was a 1. 2 to make note of again. This time we've got a 4. 4, that actually wouldn't have been a 3-pointer if we were playing with that. So 4 is less than 6. That's going to be a make, and a 2 on a make is nothing. So Oscar Robertson with another bucket. He's got 8, and we are at the 5-minute mark. So 6, let's go and give it to Chet Walker. We have a 7. 7 is going to be good on the offense, and a 4 is nothing. When you roll all the dice at the same time, it kind of takes the sting out of knowing what it is. So you might want to roll these 2 first, and then, just to keep the drama, because really you know what's going to happen when you assign the shot. So If you don't like that, you could just simply roll those two first and cut that down. I'm trying not to look at anything, but Kareem with the bucket, and that's 5 is less than 9, and on a make, a 5 is nothing. So Kareem now with 6 points. The lead is 20-16 for Milwaukee. And we got Jerry Sloan. Sloan will be taking his first shot. 7 is going to be a miss, but a 2 is a foul before the shot. So let's run that back. This time it'll be Chet Walker with a 2, and an 11 is a miss, and that's another foul. So we'll run it again. Bob Weiss, a 6. That's going to be a miss, and a 5 is going to lead to a rebound battle. That'll be between the two big men. Good job by Boerwinkle this time. And it's going to be a 14-14. So we got a jump ball. And when there's a tie on a rebound battle, it means a jump ball. So we're going to jump. And we do the same thing we do with the rebound battle. We just add to their defensive ratings. So we have a 15 and a 12. Kareem wins the jump. On a jump ball, you do a possession. And it's back to Milwaukee basketball. So Milwaukee with the ball. A 4 is going to be a bucket for Kareem. A 5 is nothing. So Kareem puts it up and in for 2. 22-16 is our score. Chicago with the basketball. Chicago hanging in there. Bob Love. That's not the right 2. So Bob Love with a 2. We have an 8. 8 is a miss, but we have a foul before the shot. Back to Chet Walker. It's going to be a miss for Walker, but we have a 6. Let's see what happens with the defense. A 6 is equal to or less than Bob Dandridge's defense rating. So that means he has some defensive, he figures into the defense. It doesn't just lead to a fast break. And if it's a small forward, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, we're going to give a steal. So that would be a steal, basically. We also have a steal chart here that if you figured that it was a steal, you could figure out the different players. So back the other way comes Milwaukee. Let's get it to Dandridge this time. We have a 5. Now 5 is going to be a make. So Bob Dandridge with 4 points. Spread it around a little bit. He averaged 18 a game, 18 points a game. So these 3 are really your main scorers. Chicago basketball, Chet Walker. That's going to be a make, and a 3 doesn't mean anything. So Walker now with 8 points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Sorry, 10 of the 18 from Chet Walker. We've got. We should get our. Backup players in. So let me go ahead and put the backups in, and then I'll come right back. Alright, so our backups are now in the game. It'll be Van Leer at the point, Jim King at the shooting guard, Howard Porter, small forward, and then Clifford Ray comes in at the center position. We'll have to be moving these guys in and out. So Boerwinkle will go out first. Bob Love will go out for a little bit at some point in the game, but you know, he's playing almost 40 minutes a game. So for Milwaukee, it's Wally Jones. I'm going to put Lucius Allen, who's technically a point guard. I'm going to put him over here. He's a little better 3-point shooter, and a little better offensive player overall. His assist numbers, though, are higher, but he's going to get the ball maybe a little bit more. Greg Smith comes in at the small forward, Toby Kimball at power forward, and Curtis Perry. So it's a full-scale substitution for the Bucks. And I believe it's Bucks ball, but I'm not sure. I believe that's right. So we're going to go with Toby Kimball. We got a 4 and a 9. That's greater than his 3 on offense. So that's going to be a miss. A 4 is going to lead to a rebound battle. And the rebound battle is, I'm going to go with the highest rated defenders. So it'll be Clifford Ray and Curtis Perry, the 2 big men. So 12 and 13. Battle is won by Clifford Ray. And Chicago with the basketball. Jim King is going to get a shot. Got a 4 there. A 5 is going to be greater than his offensive rating. That's going to lead to another rebound battle, this time between the 4s, Love and Kimball. We have a 9 and a 9. So we got another jump ball, and we're going to jump that. We have a 10 and a 5. So the jump ball is going to go to Bob Love. And it was Jim King with the miss. Bulls retain the possession. This time it'll be Norm Van Leer. He's going to miss, and a 5 is going to lead to another rebound battle. So just got to mark all these guys down as they get shots. Another rebound battle, this time between the point guards as Van Leer follows up his shot. That's going to be a 7 to a 9, and Van Leer with the offensive board. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a 6 this time, and 8 is greater than his 5, and so a 6 is going to be a defensive roll, and an 8 is going to lead to a fast break. So Van Leer with a couple of, he had a shot, he had a follow-up with the offensive rebound, and he missed on the follow-up as well. We get a 4. That's the power forward with a 2-point jump shot. So Toby Kimball on the fast break for 2. Extends the Milwaukee lead to 26-18. We have a minute and 40 seconds left, and it will be Chicago ball. I wanted to try to keep the flow. That's the hard part about basketball, is like keeping the flow but also getting everything in. And so hopefully you can tell that this game kind of has the flow, the back and forth of basketball, while still giving you everything that you want in the game. So this is going to be Norm Van Leer again. He's going to miss, but it's a 1, so that's going to be a foul. This is a shooting foul. 4 is less than his free throws, so that's 1 make, 2 makes, and Van Leer is on the board for 2. 1:20 left in the quarter. Milwaukee a 6-point lead. It's going to go down to Curtis Perry. That's a 3 on the defensive roll. So that's a miss, and a 3 doesn't mean anything, just a straight up miss. Ball goes back to Chicago. It'll be Howard Porter taking a shot. A 4 is going to be a make and a foul, so +1. And a 9 on his free throw shooting, so 2 + 1 for Howard Porter. And that's going to get the Bulls 3 points closer. Last possession for Milwaukee. Wally Jones with a shot. That's going to be a bucket and potential miss if we roll a 4 or less. Also recognize it's a 2, so if we were playing with 3-pointers, that would have been a 3-point shot. So let's check out the defense. We have a 4, and it is a 4. So Norm Van Leer with the good defense causes the miss from Wally Jones. So good tight contested defense, and that takes us to the last possession. Chicago Bulls with the ball. Van Leer going to come down the floor. A 5 is going to be a potential make, although we have a 6. So Wally Jones, maybe he returns the favor. He needs a 3. He's got a 5, and that's going to be up and in for Norm Van Leer as he challenges Wally Jones going to the rim and puts it in for 2. So our score after 1 is going to be 25-26. And let's start the second quarter. Let's check out our time here. I'll do one more quarter and see if we can just get that in. So it will be Milwaukee basketball. We got Lucius Allen, and actually we should get all of our starters back in. Let me do that. All right, so got all of our starters back into the game. It will be Milwaukee basketball. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is going to take the first shot of the second quarter. We got a 2 there. A 7 is going to be a make, so a 2 doesn't do anything. And Kareem with another bucket. He averages 35 points a game back in 1971-72. We got a 1, so that's going to be a foul. Boerwinkle misses a shot, so he's going to go to the line for 2. And that will be 1 make and 1 miss. So Boerwinkle on the board, but he misses 1 out of 2. It's going to be back to Kareem. We got a 4. A 4 here is, sorry, that was a 4 before I moved it. And a 4 there is going to be a make for Kareem, as Kareem comes out hot here in the second quarter for Milwaukee. Down to Boerwinkle again. A 10 is going to be a miss, and a 4 on a miss is a rebound battle between, let's say let's go with the small forwards. So Chet Walker and Bob Dandridge. We got a 7 and an 8, and Dandridge with the offensive board, so we'll leave it here. So that's sorry, that was Boerwinkle with the miss. It's a defensive rebound. And come back the other way, Oscar Robertson. Robertson is going to miss, but there's a foul on the play, so we'll run it back. They get the ball into Kareem. Kareem with the bucket, and a 3 is nothing, so Kareem with another one. 6 quick points here for Abdul-Jabbar to start the second quarter. 4, that's going to go to Bob Love. A 6 is good, and a 5 is no effect on the play. Chicago really has to make sure they keep it close here. Milwaukee tends to run off with things, so that's going to be a foul on the play. 4 for John Block is a bucket and a foul, and a 4 is going to be 2 plus 1. So John Block with his first points of the game. It's a traditional 3-pointer. We have 2 minutes off the clock here in the second quarter. Jerry Sloan with the ball. That's going to be a bucket. Would have been a 3 if we were playing for 3s, but we're not. But Jerry Sloan, he's got 3 points now. And back the other way, this will be Dandridge with the shot. He's going to get fouled, and he misses the shot. So he goes to the line for 2. 9 is a make, and 10 is a miss. So Dandridge, 1 for 2 from the line. Boerwinkle with the ball. He's going to miss, and a 5 is going to lead to a defensive battle. Let's give it to, actually let's go with the power forwards here. Somebody new. So a 10 to a 9, and that's going to be John Block with the rebound. The miss goes to Boerwinkle. And it'll be back the other way for Milwaukee. We got a 4, we got a 9. 9 is going to be a miss. A 4 is a rebound battle. This will be between the 2 bigs. And we got an 11 and a 14, and that'll be Kareem with the offensive rebound. We'll keep the possession here. That's a miss for Dandridge. Offensive rebound goes to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's going to get it. They're going to get it in the offense over to John Block. That's going to be a miss, and a 5 is another defensive battle. This will be Chet Walker and Dandridge. It's Dandridge with a 10, Walker with a 6, so that's going to be another offensive rebound, as John Block with the miss. But Dandridge fights for the board, and Milwaukee will not let go. A 6, let's get it to Oscar Robertson, the big O. He's going to get fouled, and that's going to be a miss. So he's going to go to the line for 2. He's a 1 to 10 to make on a free throw. So he makes both, and that ends the possession. So 2 offensive rebounds keep the possession alive and gives Milwaukee 2 more points. 37-31 is our score into the second quarter. This will be Boerwinkle again. A 5 is going to be a miss, but a 2 is a foul. Ref says it's before the shot, and so we're going to replay it. We got an 8 and a 4. So that's going to be a miss over here off of his offensive number. A 4 is going to be a rebound battle on a miss. So this goes between Love and John Block. Let's see if Love can come up with the offensive board. That's a 10 to a 6. He does. So we'll give Weiss the miss. That's his first shot attempt, I believe. And it's going to be Bob Love with the ball. So on the offensive rebound, Love takes it back up and puts it in for 2. So again, you can kind of create the narrative and see it in your head how you want to. I see that as an offensive board with a putback if it's the same player. Let's give it back to Robertson. We got a 4 here. That's going to be a bucket plus a foul. And so a 2+1 for Oscar Robertson, as he completes the 3-point play with 8:15 left. Bob Weiss gets another crack at it, and 8 is going to be a miss, and this will be a rebound battle as he goes right back at it with Oscar Robertson. Robertson, a good defensive number, so he's a 7 and Weiss is a 6, and so that will be a defensive board as Weiss misses again. Oscar Robertson grabs the ball, and he's going to get it over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin's going to miss. A 5 is a rebound battle between, we'll call it the bigs, and it's a 13 to a 13, so we got a tie ball, and we have a 9 to a 15, so the jump ball goes to Milwaukee. It's going to stay here. That's McLaughlin with a miss. The ball stays with Milwaukee. Let's go back to Kareem. An 8 is going to be up and in. A 2 is nothing. So Kareem with the bucket. Really the only one having much success. Robertson has had a decent game too. Almost non-existent is Dandridge. We got Boerwinkle here. He's going to miss. And a 6 is some effect on the defense. A 10, that means that it's a miss. That's a block shot for Kareem. As Boerwinkle misses again, he's having a tough day against Kareem and his 10 defense, which that's no joke. I'm using the same formulas I used for the 2008 teams. No extra bumpage there. So Oscar Robertson, a 7 is going to be a miss, but we have a foul before the shot. John Block is going to get the ball. 7 is going to be a miss and another foul, this one before the shot. 6, let's go and get to Bob Dandridge. A 4 is going to be a bucket. That would have been a 3-pointer. You can see Andy gets fouled, so 2+1 for Dandridge as he makes the free throw. And again, Chicago has to make sure that this lead doesn't get away from them. It's 12 points right now, and Milwaukee, they are tough. Bob Love, let's just go ahead and give him the ball. 10 is going to be a miss. A 4 is a rebound battle between Love and John Block. They both roll 6s. That means that's going to be a tie. So let's jump it up. And we get a 6 here, 11 to an 8. And the jump ball is going to go to John Block. So Bob Love with the miss. The jump ball goes to Milwaukee, and they're back down the floor with it. 6, let's get it to Kareem again. A 9 is going to be up and in for the 2-point shot. The lead is now 14 for Milwaukee. And we get Chet Walker with the ball. A 7 is going to be a make. A 2 isn't anything. So Chet Walker stops the bleeding and brings Chicago back within 12. Oscar Robertson's going to get the ball. 7 is going to be a miss. A 5 is a rebound battle between McLaughlin and Jerry Sloan as they go for it. It's a 7 and an 8, and McLaughlin with the offensive board on the Robertson miss. It's going to keep the ball down here with Milwaukee. They get it down to Kareem. Kareem is going to have a make, and he puts it in. That's his 12th attempt already of the game. And he's only missed, he's 10 of 12 early on, which he does shoot almost 70%, so it's not unheard of. That's part of the reason he gets this big offensive number. Back down the other way, it's going to be Boerwinkle. Boerwinkle with the miss, and we have a 9. So that's going to be another block from Kareem. A block, a steal, and anytime there's a miss and then a defensive roll, that's going to lead to a fast break. So the miss is going to go to Tom Boerwinkle, and we have a fast break for Milwaukee. And a 5 is going to be the center. So that is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the trailing on the fast break. And he stops and pops. And that's going to give Milwaukee a 14-point lead again. Jerry Sloan with the ball. A 6 is going to be a miss. A 3 is nothing, as Jerry Sloan is off the mark. 5 minutes left in this first half. This will be John McLaughlin. He's got a 2 here. A 7 is going to be a miss, so a 2 is going to wind up being a foul before the shot. And we'll stay here. This is the Big O. He's going to miss as well, but he gets fouled, and this will be a shooting foul. He makes the first, and he makes the second. So Robertson, couple free throws, and he is 5 for 5 from the line. This Milwaukee team is tough. Tom Boerwinkle again with the shot. A 5 is going to be a miss. A 4 is a rebound battle between Chet Walker and Bob Dandridge. So Walker with a 7, Dandridge with an 11. So the rebound battle won by Milwaukee. And that's a miss to Boerwinkle, who has not been good in this one. He's been really not good. He shoots at 44% for a big man. That's not great either. So we have John McLaughlin with the shot. There's a 6, and 8 is a miss, and that's going to lead to a fast break. And the fast break is going to be a 3, so that's the small forward Chet Walker with a 3-pointer. We'll call that a 2. So Chet Walker on the break, puts it up and in. And Milwaukee with the ball. I think I missed 2 on there. So that's going to be Oscar Robertson. And a 5 is going to be a make. So the Big O with the jump shot. 3:20 left in the half. And that's going to get the ball to Bob Love. Love is going to miss, but there is a foul before the shot. If we were keeping team fouls, they would be in the bonus, I'm sure, at this point, and be shooting 1-on-1. Bob Love again. This time he's going to make, and a make with a 5 is nothing. So Bob Love, 2 more points. Love has been keeping them afloat. Love and Walker have been keeping them afloat in this game. McLaughlin gets another shot at it. 12 is going to be a miss, but there's a 6, so that's an 8, so that leads right to a fast break. So long rebound to the Bulls. This will be the point guard, Bob Weiss, with a 3-pointer, a 2-pointer. That's Weiss's first bucket of the game. And it cuts the lead to 14 as the Bulls trying to hang with the mighty Bucks on the road. This will be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the make. Possible miss though, so we need to roll a 1 to 8, and that's going to be a miss. Good defense from Boerwinkle as he causes the Abdul-Jabbar miss with 2.5 minutes left in the half. And he's going to get the ball down low. A 6 is a miss. A 4 is going to be a rebound battle between Chet Walker and Bob Dandridge. We get an 8 and a 9. So Chet Walker with the offensive board keeps the ball here on the Chicago side of things. Jerry Sloan, he's going to take a shot. He's going to miss, but he is fouled before the shot. Chet Walker gets a shot, and he's going to miss, but he gets fouled. So he goes to the line for 2. He's going to make both free throws. And Chicago down 12. The ball goes back into Kareem. A rare miss for Kareem, but he does get fouled. You can see the 1 there. So he's going to go to the line for 2. 1 to 8 is a free throw shooter. He misses both. Eesh. So 69% free throw shooter. Not a good one. He's going to miss both, and Chicago has a chance to cut into the lead. This is Bob Love with a 7. That's going to be a bucket. 2 doesn't mean anything, as Bob Love trying to get the Bulls a little bit closer here at the end of the half. Bulls down by 10. It's Milwaukee basketball. Let's go ahead and get it to Dandridge this time. So Dandridge with a 6. That's going to be a bucket, and a 2 doesn't mean anything. Four possessions left in the half. Bob Love, a 6 is going to be up and in, as Bob Love coming alive here at the end of the first half. 1 minute to go in the second quarter. Kareem with the shot. A 5 is going to be good, and both teams unable to stop one another here at the end of the half. Last possession for the Bulls. It'll be Bob Weiss with a 7. 7's going to be a miss, but he does get fouled, so he goes to the free throw line. He'll make both. And Bob Weiss with 4 points in this first half. Keeps Chicago in it. They're down by 10. Last shot of the half, and this will be Oscar Robertson with a 9. That's going to be a miss, but there is a foul before the shot, so we're going to replay that one more time. And Robertson this time with a miss, and a 5 is going to be a no foul. So we're just going to let the time run out on that, and Oscar Robertson with the miss at the buzzer, and that will be our score. So 59-49 temporarily. Let me just make sure that's how the score comes out. All right, so we will leave it here at halftime. It is 62-48. That's our revised score after checking on the score sheet. 62-48, and the Milwaukee Bucks lead Chicago by 14. We'll see if Chicago can come back in the second half. I don't know if I'll be able to play this online. I'm gonna be out for a few days here. But this is the way the game plays. You can see we've played a half in less than an hour. What's it been? It's been like 40 minutes, and that's with me talking and doing different things. So the game's going to take you anywhere between an hour and a half. Depends on if you keep how you keep score. If you were just playing and I wasn't keeping any of the individual player scores, you were just rolling in here, maybe it would take you an hour, right at an hour, to play a whole game. And that's sort of the hope, is that you'll be able to play the game quickly like that. And you can see that once you get down the rolls, then it kind of gets you into a flow of everything. I like rolling all 4 dice. That's nice. You could use, like I said, 2 dice. They don't have to be the same color. They can be the same colors. I was just playing with some basic dice, if you see some of the other videos, and it doesn't require anything crazy specific. If you have dice that are different sizes, that might help as well if you're using that for kind of the special die. But overall, the game plays very quickly. You can see the cards here. These are from the 2008 Utah Jazz. I don't know if there's anybody here that you recognize, but Darren Williams, for sure, big time player. Carlos Boozer is in here too. Kyle Korver. Where's Boozer? So Carlos Boozer, really good defender, good offensive player. You have all the same stats. You get their minutes per game, how many games they played. These are some of the Lakers from 1972. You got Pat Riley in here, and you get his minutes per game. These were just sort of lopped off from the Milwaukee cuttings. And so really cool game. You get all the charts that you need right here in order to run the game. And I've got the game guide all put together, just trying to make sure I smooth out anything that needs to be smoothed out by playing a few games. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click on subscribe. If you want to share this video, feel free. I would love if more people were able to see this and to find out, you know, where they're going to be able to get it. I will release the 71, 72, 85, 86, and 2007, 2008 full seasons of all the player cards with everything you need to play. I'll release those out to the Facebook group for the Clark and Addison Gaming Company. So if you go to Facebook groups, look up Clark and Addison Gaming, you'll be able to find it. Answer a few questions, agree to the group rules, and I'll let you in. You have to do all those things. Sometimes people don't do that, and I just have to kick it back and say, hey, make sure you do these. Don't make me do that. Just answer the questions and agree to the group rules. It's a private group. There's nothing weird going on. Just want to keep out any spammers and ridiculousness. So I will make that available. You could also email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. And if you're not on Facebook or whatever, I don't care, and you want to try the game out, you can just let me know which season you want, and I can send you that out. If you want all three, that's fine with me too. Really, this is going to be an easier game to be able to put seasons out once I get everything sort of established, because there's no need to change, to really change the rules. The only thing is the 3-pointers. You can play with or without in the non-3-point seasons. If you play with, it's the same exact mechanic as if you play without the 3-pointers. Just wanted to give that option because I know some people want to, like, revisionist history. What would have been like if Jerry West was shooting threes and stuff like that? So just give it a chance for that. So let me know what you think about the game, and love to hear your comments. If you have any questions about the game, or something you don't understand or I was doing that you're not quite sure of, just let me know, and I will get to those very quickly. All right, I hope you have a wonderful week. Getting started on a Monday. This is January 17th, 2025. Hard to say 2025, but got to get used to that. And hopefully you have a wonderful week, and I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.